And hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out episode 2 of season 1 of True Detective Seeing Things. I absolutely loved the first episode. I loved the slow pacing of it. I loved the character interactions, especially between Rust and Marty. I thought Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey did such an exceptional job in that episode, and I'm excited to see this relationship grow in the future, as well as maybe see what other tensions can be brought up. I thought the mystery was really interesting, the murders and stuff and the ritualistic properties of them were really kind of gross and creepy, and I really enjoyed it a lot. So excited to see the case evolve as we continue, excited to see more of those time jumps and this weaving of a story that the writers are creating today. So, well, actually not so. Before we get into this reaction though, if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head to my Patreon of uncut and early access reactions to my movies and TV shows that come out up to 3 weeks early, as well as exclusive Patreon live streams, movie polls, movie reactions, and so much more. Thank you so much for checking out. Let's get back to the video. Okay, I'm here to watch True Detectives Season 1, Episode 2 today. My puppy Huxley is here. She really enjoyed the first episode. She stayed for the entire episode, and you know, she was like, she told me after I turned off the camera, she's like, wow, that was such a great episode, Oliver. I'm really excited to see you react to the next episode. So here she is, ready to watch the next episode with me. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy my reaction to Episode 2 of Season 1 of True Detective Seeing Things. I love this intro, I swear. I'm trying to look at this intro and see if I can pick apart some things. Like there's a jellyfish there, the trucks, a giant butt.
Sometimes when I've had a few, that's why I like to drink alone. One reason anyway.
Just getting a little tipsy, it seems.
Kind of strange it turns up like that years later.
Yeah, nobody knew why that thing was in the playhouse.
That was interesting that I was there. Do you think it was planted?
Mrs. Kelly. What about her father? Did they have a relationship?
I hope she says no.
I heard he passed. Is that correct?
Why wouldn't a father bathe his own child?
Bathe? He wouldn't even bathe his own child?
Peterbilt, he took an exit too fast, rolled over near Rowan, Oklahoma, May 11th,
Oh, what the heck?
1984.
What's that picture?
Going to church.
Do you remember where that church was,
Oh,
Mrs. Kelly?
no. Oh.
She's like, yeah, no, sorry, no.
So very full of grief.
Mrs. Kelly,
I get these headaches.
Getting a migraine or something?
your mom's still alive?
Maybe.
Oh, not a good relationship with her then.
I had about 6 inches on him, and even in the end, I still think he could have taken me.
Really?
Marines, Korea.
Oh, yeah.
And she said she found a church, but her eyes, something wrong with them.
Now, do you remember where this church was?
No.
Something wrong with the church.
She mentioned someplace down south, like around Spanish Lake. Girls used to stay there, something, all she said.
Like a torn up person on her last legs.
Yeah, she does.
Just in some kind of way.
Every person within 1,000 miles of here is religious in some kind of way.
Yeah, that's very true. That means Matthew McConaughey is not a target, is not a suspect.
Days of nothing. That's what it's like, you work cases.
But then you get something, and it all changes.
Parcel evidence, establish a timeline, build a story.
Why is this mirror so small?
Hey, the other night, when you were over for dinner, why didn't you leave when I had Chris call?
Good question. I think he enjoyed the family time.
Besides, it wasn't as bad as I thought.
He enjoyed the time with the family, I think.
Baby girl, she died. Car accident, she was 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
You guys, it was just me. I was worried.
It'd be too much.
The once, just the once.
Mm-hmm. Came close another time.
Oh, yeah? With who?
Lori.
Okay, Lori. Okay.
Some guys just notice, that's all.
Well, I can't say the job made me this way. More like me being this way made me right for the job.
Interesting. Okay, I like that.
Now I live in a little room out in the country behind a bar. Work 4 nights a week. In between, I drink.
This drinking
And there
problem
ain't
is-
nobody to stop.
Definitely not gone away. It might have even gotten a lot worse.
I don't hear anything. I don't know that her roommate has come home.
Oh, man.
You know how I knew that she was in the room? She stuck her finger up my ass. Ruined me. Now I can't do without it.
No, I can't do without it.
What you get into working, you can't have the kids around that. Sometimes you gotta get your head right. Mind if I stop by?
Yeah, get your head right, meaning cheat on your family, cheat on your wife.
Was that a yes?
I might stay up.
I might say if he goes over it, the door's locked, she's asleep.
You gotta take your release where you find it, or where it finds you.
Buddy, don't justify your cheating here. I understand you might need to release. I understand you might need to release and decompress, but you can do it in other ways. Told you! I told you it would be with her.
Got you a present.
Handcuffs? Wow, kinky. I haven't seen this woman in a lot of things recently. I feel like Alexandra Daddario, however you say her last name, was in a lot of stuff in the mid-2000s.
Oh, stop. Oh, you're very naughty.
Okay, things are about to get a little saucy here.
Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
Funny, she's actually like an undercover police. She's actually arresting him.
I thought I was gonna put these on you.
You want this?
What?
Yeah?
Oh, get wrecked. Huxley, don't luck, okay? Don't luck. Sorry, YouTube, you can't look either. Wow, you really can't look.
You knew. I told Marty about him, you know, down the line.
Yeah, what visions? He's like a psychic now?
Yeah, that's in high-intensity drug trafficking area.
Oh my god. Does that mean he had to do drugs as well? If that ever happens to you guys, you should pull over.
You know what that means?
To do a lot of drugs. It's not a motel, it's just a tell.
What's a run?
I think I'm gonna go for 30 a pill.
$30 a pill.
Now you wanted something else? Some kind of something else?
He's like, no, sorry.
No.
Ah, there we go.
If she was gaming I-10 Southside, kind of trailer park, girls work, stay. They call it the ranch.
Where's that?
Ranch. That sounds kind of culty.
South of Spanish Lake, supposed to be.
Ah, this could be it.
I'm police. I can do terrible things to people.
Oh,
With
interesting line.
impunity.
Wow, interesting line there. Sorry, YouTube, there's gonna be a big bloop right there.
We're not saying keeping it out of the press, but we're thinking that he's been doing this a while.
Yeah, I think he has done it for a while.
I can't meet a nice man at home.
I always talk straight to you.
Excuse me. I meant that since you're married, I need to be considering my options as a young woman.
He's like, oh, I'm married, I forgot.
How good is cake if you can't eat it?
Oh, he's just going in to eat the cake.
I thought we were pulling old John's today.
Yeah, we should do this first.
I agree, I think we should go to Spanish Lakes first.
You'd wash up. You got some pussy on you.
You can smell it. Bro has the best sense of smell in the world.
About my wife?
Are you saying that's wife? The high tide you walking in with?
Oh my god.
Coupled with the fact that I ain't stupid. I wasn't making no comment as to the particularity of the sin.
Well, he found out instantly.
But it ain't worth losing your hands over.
How would that work exactly?
Look at the grip.
Think of mine.
Rusty is kind of scary. Get that heartbeat down. You gotta get that heartbeat down.
Maybe you could just follow your nose.
Why is his nose so good? He's like a dog.
I'll tell you this. Russ had about as sharp an eye for weakness as I ever seen.
Yeah, I bet he would. He notices so many things. He's kind of like Sherlock in that regard.
It's my bad, boys. Maybe we got started on the wrong foot there.
Oh my god. Wow, he has a knack there. A knack of beating people up.
I'm gonna exit off the shoulder before we get to the 14. From there we take a dirt fishing road to Bayou Chanel.
Cool. Cool. Oh, that's definitely the fishing road.
That it?
Oh, there it is. This is so culty to me, is it not? I don't do no cops.
Relax, that's not why we're here. Well, something happened to a girl and we need to know if any of you knew her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
a story.
Oh, okay.
Did something happen to Dory?
No, she's fine. Yeah, she's dead.
Her ex is in prison. I guess maybe she got a new place. She'd been going to church.
It's church. Maybe it's...
We're gonna
Maybe
need to
it's
question
some form
any
of weird
girls
church.
might have known her.
Or the stalker goes to church.
That girl's not 18. Sheriff know you got underage working here?
Oh my god, what?
Why is it you add business to the mix and boys like you can't stand the thought? I'll tell you. It's 'cause suddenly you don't own it the way you thought you did.
Interesting. Interesting. That was a good comeback, actually.
Do something else.
I mean, yeah, it's not a line of work she should be doing at all.
Through the forest. This is her diary, Marty.
Believe this shit.
The king and stuff.
The Yellow King.
We've heard the Yellow King and the king and stuff been said in the last episode too.
Have much to begin with.
That reads like fantasy.
Just like the death.
Look around for Johns while we're out here and pick up the church on Monday.
Let's do the church right now. I think it's a good lead.
We lived on a little bend in the road, and they said that anyway afterwards, Claire and I turned on each.
Really hard. So did she get hit by a car on the tricycle?
Somewhere in there, I emptied a 9 into a crankhead for injecting his infant daughter with crystal.
Oh my god. That's the person he shot.
Mm-hmm. In February of '93, I killed 3 cartel men in the port of Houston.
Oh, he's killed more than just one person.
By then, I was owed quite a few favors, and Louisiana was what they had.
That's how we got the job in the first place. So this is very quickly after that then. Wow, Rust is a very layered character though. Look at that. It's kind of cool that he sees all these things as well. When I say cool, I don't mean it actually cool. It would suck to do it, but it's a really cool visual, and it's a really interesting look into his mind.
Now, are they many, but of one body?
That's an interesting quote.
Not all the time. There was more dignity. Everyone wasn't out in the streets yelling about their rights.
Oh my god.
Well, you should be able to talk to me. I know what it's like to be married to a man.
I think that you need to get your cable fixed and stop confusing me with your soap operas.
Do you think she suspects her husband?
All in black, wearing makeup, shit on their faces. Everything's sex. Clinton.
Is he talking about emo? Is he talking about emo stuff?
I bet every old man probably said the same thing. And old men die, and the world keeps spinning. Okay, well, how about we all head back there?
All right, sweetheart. Come on, let's go.
There's some tension. There's some tension.
Okay. Told you.
Thanks for...
I love the kids just hating on each other too. It's so awesome. So Woody Harrelson roasted her dad. Roasted her dad.
You recognize him?
I might need a memory jog?
Dora. Young blonde.
He's gonna lose so much money.
Am I?
You mine.
She takes the money. Yeah, I don't actually know her. Yeah, I don't. But thanks for the money.
Peace and calm, and you throw this shit.
Who told you that? It's not always that way. It's not supposed to be.
It's supposed to be what I want. It's supposed.
Why?
I think you might have a penchant for self-pity. And right now I need you to be strong so that I can do my job.
You have developed some sort of selective deafness.
Selective deafness.
Even your mom thinks you're a ball buster.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was unnecessary.
Tell the girls dinner.
Dinner time, kids. Go to the kitchen.
Are you coming?
Yeah.
Why are they talking about a kid dying in a car accident? Were they talking about rest kits? Let me let my dog out.
Well, she was spared. Sometimes I feel grateful.
Grateful to have had her in the first place.
Yeah, the trouble with dying later is you've already grown up. Damage is done. It's too late. Yank a soul out of non-existence into this. And there's a force of life into this thresher.
Some people actually do have this outlook. Wow, so he's grateful. He's grateful that she died to escape this world.
You know me, I don't see the connection between two dead cats and a murdered woman. But then I'm from Texas.
There could be a connection.
You too, my office.
They're like, oh man.
You got a suspect?
Give us some more guys to follow up KAs, track records.
So our bosses don't want you at all. You understand?
Oh, what? No, keep him.
Shit, I got a state senator. He's trying to label satanic graffiti as a hate crime.
What?
You ever solve a murder? Been in the red more than a week? You ever clear one where 2 rounds of questions didn't hand you the fucking answer?
Oh, come on.
No, you got...
There are so many cases that are more complicated than this.
You want to dump this one off? You know, I think about it, give him the spotlight. You know, Teddy Bertrand's a good detective. You know him.
I'm better.
You know, Tuttle's lighting the fire under this. Without a suspect, they're just going to stop asking questions, Marty, and they're going to give orders.
Oh, wow.
Give us the rest of the month.
2 weeks, and then you two start catching again.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have a time limit now on their case.
Which indicates you think I'm too thick to realize that y'all are trying to jam somebody up.
Yeah, they are.
It don't make sense. There's nothing out here.
There should be a church.
Yeah. Tents usually do.
But there might be some remnants or something.
Something up there.
That's it. That looks like a church. Oh my god. That's definitely a church. Oh my god. That was the sign. They're birds. They're birds. The sign is birds. I swear that looked like the spiral.
You still see things?
No. No, they
little
stopped
bit.
altogether after I was clean a couple years.
Oh, okay. He might be lying though. Is that an owl? What's that at the top?
There are other times.
Oh.
I thought I was mainlining the secret truth of the universe.
So I feel it would feel like that if you're having visions sometimes. Are those antlers? On this person's head or what? What's that drawing of? It's a person. Maybe antlers on their head. Okay, that's the episode. That was another good episode. We're getting a little bit further into the case now. There's some things happening, personal things happening in people's lives. Interesting episode for sure, and a cool way to end it. A cool way to end it with another clue into the case. And that was my reaction to True Detective Season 1, Episode 2, Seeing Things. And Seeing Things, I guess, is a discussion about Rust's visions. He sees a lot of visions. His explanation for it was because he was on this narcotics unit and he took so many drugs for so long that it's kind of damaged his synaptic nerves and stuff like that, and his just brain in general, and so he sees these crazy things. We see it at first when he's driving in the car and he's seeing like these beams of light shooting at him, and it's like, pull over, Rust, pull over, you're gonna crash into someone. But then it happens a little bit later when he's in the car with Woody Harrelson and they're driving, and he looks up in the sky. It's like this big pink. It's like this pink burst of light. And then finally later on with the birds, and I think the birds was interesting because the birds formed the pattern of the spiral that we saw on the victims' backs. And so I don't think that means that the spiral necessarily represents a bird or birds or something like that. But it's a clue potentially. Maybe he's starting to see a connection with something, but he just can't quite form a connection in his mind, like a logical connection yet. But he saw, and I think all of you guys did too. I don't think I'm going crazy, but he saw the spiral in the birds. And so I don't think that's him going crazy as well. I think that's him, maybe his brain is piecing something together slowly, and the visions are kind of his way of piecing things together. But I think they're also visions from the drug damage as well. So that was really interesting. Woody Harrelson's cheating on his wife. That's the next thing. He's cheating on his wife. I guessed it in the last episode. He was too excited to be seeing Alexandra Diodaro. I'm sorry, I don't remember how to pronounce her last name or what her last name exactly is, but it's something like Diodaro or Diodaro or something like that. But yeah, basically he's cheating on his wife, but he's using a weird excuse, in my opinion. Like, for me, there's not really an excuse to be cheating on your family, on your wife, on your girlfriend, whatever. It's not a good thing to do, no matter what kind of strings you're trying to pull. And his excuse was one that I found interesting, but I still don't agree with what he did. And his excuse was that he needed time to rest. He needed some time to kind of reflect on what he's been doing, to kind of get his brain all sorted and right before he goes home to see his family. And he's like, whatever form that takes, you kind of have to do. And while that makes sense, I think you can find another way to do it, because he is cheating on his wife. He says he loves his wife so much, and I don't really feel like he's seeing Alexandra Diodaro's character as someone that he wants to live with and love, because it does seem like he loves his wife a lot. But at the same time, I don't know. At the same time, I just don't know. Maybe he does see, because there was that conversation that they had on the couch after they did the thing, you know what I mean? After they did the thing, which is not safe for YouTube. And Woody Harrelson, it looked like he was getting a little jealous of Alexandra Diodaro's character, basically saying that she wanted to find another man because Woody Harrelson's character is married. So I don't really know about that, but yeah, it was like, come on, stop cheating on your wife, you know? So you say that you love her so much and that you're cheating on her, so stop. He totally burned her dad, though. That was really fun. He totally just absolutely destroyed his wife's dad by saying, like, old people always complain about how the world's turning out, and then they die, and the new generation grows up, and the world keeps turning. You know what I mean? And it was so cool, because I mean that's exactly it, you know what I mean? It's exactly it. Every generation will complain about the next generation over and over and over and over again, and it's happened probably since the dawn of time, you know what I mean? Since people started complaining, that was probably one of the things they started complaining about. But the world keeps turning, and so I really enjoyed when he said that, because he was right. But it was funny that he totally destroyed his wife's dad. Like, his wife's dad is never going to forgive him anymore. Besides that, we didn't get too much on the case. I mean, I guess we did. We went around to a few things. It didn't feel like we progressed a lot in the case in this episode, but that's okay, because I think this episode even mentions it, where there's a lot of times when you're a detective where you don't progress a lot, where you have these very stale days, where you have days of nothing, you know what I mean, of absolutely nothing. And this episode, it didn't feel like there was nothing in the case, you know what I mean? We went to the trailer park, whatever, to that, I don't know, they call it like a bird factory or something. I know bird means like woman and stuff like that, and it's like a slang for a woman, but it's kind of interesting when you say like a bird factory or something like that, or I forget the exact terms that they used, but it was basically a trailer park full of women. They went there, they learned that the woman that went missing and who is now dead used to work there and live there, and then they went to the church at the end, and there was that very interesting mural on the church. It looked like a person. At first I thought it was a person with like a line with people on top of the line, but I think it was actually deer horns. So it was like a person with deer horns, meaning that maybe the killer used to work at this church or live at the church or use this church as a hideout or something. Not really sure, but very interesting. So yeah, we've got some leads on the case again. We've learned some more about the backstories. You know, we learned a little bit more about Russ child and how his daughter died and stuff like that. Just a little bit more about him. So yeah, I'm really excited. Everyone is so complicated in this show. I really love just the complexity of the characters and how deep they go. And you know, it seems like maybe they would be a little surface level, like one note characters, but they have so much depth to them. And so yeah, really enjoying the show so far, and I'm excited to see where the case goes, where the characters go in the next 6 episodes. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, episode 3 is next week, Locked Room, but if you want to check out that episode early, you can check it out on Patreon as well. Not just episode 3, but you can check out episode 3, 4, and 5 on Patreon right now for your viewing pleasure. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next True Detective reaction.